And they shall assist my people, the remnant of Jacob, and also as many of the house of Israel shall come, that they may build a city which shall be called the New Jerusalem. You see the linking going on in this? So basically he says that those people, the Gentiles who are going to establish the church, are also going to be helping to build this New Jerusalem for the remnant. Doctrine and Covenants, section 10, verse 53, it says, "And for this cause have I said, if this generation harden not their hearts, I will establish my church among them." You see how the Doctrine and Covenants used the same exact wording as Christ did in 3 Nephi 21, when he says, "I will establish my church among them," back in the Book of Mormon, and then he says it again in Doctrine and Covenants, section 10. That brings us to this question. What nation in the Americas qualifies to be the promised land of the Book of Mormon? Well, which of these nations fulfills every one of the 36 prophecies and promises which it must fulfill if it's going to be the promised land of the Book of Mormon, where the Book of Mormon saga actually took place? These are the potential nations that exist in the latter days that these prophecies and promises might apply to. Which of those nations qualifies for every one of those 36 prophecies and promises that we have discussed so far? My belief is this, that the only nation that fulfills every single Book of Mormon requirement to be the promised land is, in fact, the United States of America. That means that the promised land, as described in the scriptures to include the New Jerusalem, is actually in the nation that would be above all other nations. And President Harold B. Lee, in 1974, in Writings of Harold B. Lee, has this to say about this nation, the United States of America. "This is the cradle of humanity, where life on this earth began in the Garden of Eden. This is the place where the New Jerusalem is. This is the place where the Savior will come to his temple. This church is one of the most powerful agencies for good in all the world, and we must all sound with one voice. We must tell the world how we feel about this land and this nation." How important is the United States of America in prophecy and the promises of the Book of Mormon? President Harold B. Lee again, and I could have chosen from many statements from prophets of the church on this subject. It says, "I have faith in America. You and I must have faith in America if we understand the teachings of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I plead with you not to preach pessimism. Preach that this is the greatest country in all the world. This is the favored land. This is the land of our forefathers. It is the nation that will stand despite whatever trials or crises it may yet have to pass through." And I concur 100% with President Harold B. Lee that the importance of the United States of America as the promised land where the gathering of the house of Israel will occur in the Americas is incredibly important.